Will Chainlink break out? All right, ask yourself that question. And that's something where as we look at Bitcoin hitting all-time highs today and the bullish forecast for Chainlink, right? We talk RWAs, we talk about kind of what's going on with the financial integrations that we are seeing. And I heard a very, XRP's not related to Chainlink, but I heard a very good analogy by Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple. And they're not trying to replace the financial systems, okay? They're just trying to take the dinosaurs out of it and put in blockchain and incorporate traditional finance within the world of digital currency. And I've never really heard it in that regard. I know that's a thing, but the way that he worded that, I think that's just kind of the mindset that as traders, we all should really be deploying. And from a technological standpoint, exactly, right? But as we all know, what things are happening behind the scenes doesn't always paint the clear picture of what we're going to see in terms of price for a crypto. Okay, and that's I think the story of Chainlink's life. Okay, this is a asset that was once at one point trading over $50, and now we see it trading. We'll pull it up here on the crypto bubbles as I get into it. But I do want to share with you guys that if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so down below. I appreciate all my returning subscribers, and let's talk some Link. Get those thumbs up. Let's hit that like button and get this conversation going, okay? So we're going to talk about what we have going on with Link, but first and foremost, let's take a look at it, right? We're going to be diving into Chainlink that we can see right here, trading at 14th in market cap, still at a $14.53 valuation. It's been a good week, kind of mirroring the rest of the crypto world, 6.1% in the last 7 days, still sub $10 billion in terms of market cap. But also, I do want to share with you guys, before we get deeper into this Chainlink discussion, please remember, this is not a financial advice video. All right. So if you do own Link, I'm just giving you guys my kind of similar vantage points and what I'm looking at as a Link holder. Okay. You're welcome to follow along, and please leave a comment if you do agree with what I'm putting up here in this video. All right. But as we get into the trading view, we're going to look at this briefly as we have seen the moving averages cross over each other. And you can see these green candles basically since July 7th. Just really start to explode. Now, for us as holders, I've drawn this trend line where I do want to see this at $16. That's kind of confirmation for me that Chainlink is back. And as we look down at what we've been staring at, and we zoom out, okay, I've showed this in previous videos, dating back to basically the May month of 2022. That was the low point in the bear cycle after that insane run in 2021, where Chainlink was trading as high as $50+. And I think this is really that blue line that you guys have to look at, and this is how I view it, okay? I'm not going to tell you guys to buy or sell crypto, but I do see a very similar pattern with Link that I don't see in other cryptos. As you can see, there's kind of the valleys and the peaks that we have had over the last 2-3 years, and we've had it happen 3 times. If we do get it a 4th time, I do think Chainlink will settle in that $35 to $40 price level. That would be very bullish for a crypto right now that's trading sub $15, okay? That's what I'm looking at. That's kind of what I'm tuned in on as we look at kind of what's happening here. Some premium content for you guys. This is one of the perks to watching my content. Yeah, if you do want to trade with my trading indicator, you can find that in the description. But we are seeing momentum up flash on the daily candles. That's something that I do look for kind of as a way to go about my business. I'm not going to tell you, like I said, to buy or sell crypto, but that's kind of what we're faced with today. All right, but if you are looking to trade crypto, before we get into this article that I'm going to break down for you, check out BTCC. All right, this is a exchange that does offer, I think, in my opinion, one of the best sign-up promotions in the game. 10% bonus on your first-time deposit, 40% lower trading fees. So if you are a spot or leverage trader, this applies to you. You can do both on BTCC. Just make sure it's right for you and where you're located. But like I said, guys, use that link down below. Start trading today on BTCC. All right. But as we get into it, can all of this bullish energy push Chainlink to $20? That's the big storyline that I want to talk about right now as we look into kind of the numbers. We've seen a move where Chainlink has briefly touched $14. And as you talk about the trading volume, right, the bullish shift in the market, Bitcoin at all-time highs, this is where Chainlink right now has reached that $9.54 billion market cap. We've seen the trading volume up almost 25%. And also, the market has been liquidated almost 822,000 as we're first reporting it. But despite all this bullish momentum, this is kind of where you have to look into a correction that we could see. We talked about that golden cross within the moving averages starting to converge on another. And that's kind of where you could see Chainlink resulting possibly with all of this bullish momentum, right? We could talk MACD indicators, the shake in money flow. We can also talk about kind of what we're seeing with the RSI. Those are the 3 big ones that we do kind of mention on a daily basis. All of those things could propel Chainlink to $20 if this bullish momentum does continue. Obviously, nobody has that crystal ball within crypto that can tell you one thing for certain or another, but that's kind of what's setting the table here for Link. All right. But as we look into it, there's one other thing I do want to share with you guys. The forecast for Link, as we do look for this breakout, right? This has been an accumulation zone that I have been talking about in my videos. And when I do cover Chainlink, I've been mentioning it, right? You could have bought Chainlink close to, if not below $10 at one point. And this is where we've seen a $12 to $14 accumulation range for a few weeks, okay? But within this is where a lot of analysts think it will hit $17 to $20 as the bulls are pushing on. We've talked about the MACD, we've talked about the RSI, and also I do want to think that there is a lot of support at $12.60 that if the market conditions stay in place and we do get some tailwinds coming out from the macro, right? I'm talking no heavy news from inflation, nothing with conflict in the Middle East, nothing within the tariffs as a concern, and Bitcoin keeps pressing more and more in terms of all-time highs. Who knows what can happen with Chainlink, but this is kind of where I want to say for me in my personal trading, Chainlink is a $30 plus crypto right now that is trading sub $15, okay? And it's one of those cryptos where in terms of RWA, what I'm looking for with my personal financial journey, I just think it's a risk that for me and my money, it's not something I'm scared of because Chainlink's not going to go to $5. Okay. I'm not going to lose 60, 70% of my money in this market. I think that the shift in the sentiment could change just like this. And then before you know it, guys, Chainlink could be trading above 20, above 30, above 40. Who knows? That's kind of where I'm at. If Bitcoin can hit 112, there's no reason why Chainlink can be trading under $20 for forever. So that's just kind of my mindset right now. And like I talk about in all my videos, Ondo, Chainlink, both at the forefront of my discussion within RWAs. So I wanted to share with you guys kind of some of the metrics, the TA, and what I'm looking at as we look deeper into Chainlink in 2025. So please remember, this is not financial advice. I'll never tell you to buy or sell crypto. I just wanted to share with you guys my perspective. And also, before you get out of here, make sure you all click that link for BTCC. If you haven't started trading on there, go for it. Just make sure it's right for you and where you're located, all that good stuff, and understand their terms and conditions. So I'll leave you with that. Look forward to talking to you guys in the next video. Hopefully some more bullish updates within Chainlink are to follow, and we'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.